Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to, after a long time, discuss a stock with Sashwath. Sashwath is a good researcher. He comes up with good ideas. And today he has a great idea on a stock. So let's listen to what Sashwath has to say about this company. Tell me, Sashwath, what do you have for us?
So today is a company which I think you know a lot about, Cummins.
Okay.
Cummins, and I think they have a subsidiary in India called Cummins India.
Yes, they used to be originally a joint venture with the Tatas. The Tatas being the biggest truck manufacturers.
The one in India.
One in India.
Okay.
And so they used to supply engines to Tatas. I don't think they do so now, but they had Cummins engines and they basically sell engines for their diesel generators. India, as we all know, is a power deficit country. We have enough generation, but we cannot generate and deliver power because of the state electricity boards. So Cummins has diesel generator engines which are doing very well in India.
They can make money in countries like this.
Yes, where their dirty fuel is still not taxed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually that transitions into what I want to talk about the company. So you had given a very basic brief about it, and I'll just elaborate a bit more on that. So Cummins produces engines, it makes power generators, as you had said. It helps in distribution, that is power So you had said that we are unable to distribute it efficiently. So they help in power distributions. They also have fuel systems, they have emission control systems, and a thing which people talk about Cummins a lot is the fact that they aren't very eco-friendly, and the world is moving towards a more eco-friendly environment. I'll get to that, but basically they also have emission systems which help with that, and they also provide service. So even if you have a different engine, they'll service your engine and they'll also give you parts manufactured by Cummins, and that can work as an ancillary to whatever you have currently.
So if I have a XYZ engine, so I can call Cummins for service. They do third-party service.
Yes. Although that's a smaller portion of their revenue. So I'll get to their revenue breakdown. First, I want to talk about the fundamental metrics which we always look at when we look at this any company. So disclaimer, we're talking about the parent company Cummins, which is listed in the NYSE. So the return on equity is 23.2%. Which is quite a lot. I'll get to why it's high. And secondly, the debt to equity is only 54%, and their free cash flow yield is 5.35%.
So they generate for every $100, $5 of
free cash flow. And the interesting thing is they are a manufacturing company and they still have a pretty high free cash flow, because free cash flow is So one of the comments on the Be Rich video was what is the difference between cash flow and free cash flow? So free cash flow is calculated as decreases, or rather working capital expenditures plus or rather capital expenditures in general. So you subtract that from your net profit and then you get your free cash flow. So despite being a manufacturing company, they have a pretty decent free cash flow.
That's a very positive thing.
Right. And their dividend yield is 2.99%.
Not bad.
Not bad. And their price to earnings ratio is 14.45 as of today. Their price is $194.52, which I think is sort of an affordable price which most people can buy. So coming to their revenue breakdown. The revenue breakup is engine sales is 33%, their diesel engines, which you touched upon. And their distribution of power and generation, power generation is 26%. And this is the distribution wing of power and energy, and their engine distribution as well. So 26%. And components such as so they have software, and they provide software, and they also provide tech solutions in that space to other manufacturers. Plus they also provide solutions to companies like Tata Motors and those companies. That breakup is 26%. And finally they generate power, and that breakup is 15% of their revenue. So it's people think that Cummins just manufactures
engines, but this is an end-to-end solution company.
Yeah. So
say they do everything in power.
It's a top-down approach in the sense they have everything in the value chain, and it's pretty diversified in the sense, diversified in the sense it's not diversified into other streams like ITC, but it's diversified to whatever extent they can in their industry. Coming to which, so these are metrics which I know you will be willing to, or rather wanting to listen to. So first, since 2012, their CAGR which they've delivered has been 11.47%.
So they have grown 11% every year.
Yes, 11.47%, and moreover, over since if you take the perform, so they had a lull in performance from 2012 to 2022. But if you look at their actual performance from 1985 to now, their CAGR is around 15 or 16%, which is quite high. But I guess it's debatable as to whether those metrics still account for.
You have to go by the last 5 years.
Right. So the bulk of their growth. So this is why this is touching upon one of the points. The bulk of the operating profits growth had been from 2002 to 2012. So since 2012, they haven't had a huge growth in operating profits. Whatever growth in profits they've had is through optimization as well as the value chain, which I talked about. They control the value chain.
So they are not actually from 2012 able to grow sales and profits from sales.
Right. It looks
They are,
saturated.
they look saturated. They are basically squeezing more out of what they already have.
Yes.
Yeah, very defensive.
Very defensive, but there is an aggressive aspect in the sense that so before we started recording this video, you had asked me about what is Cummins doing to fight the surge of electric vehicles and
Which will take over the world about 20 years from now.
right. You had said this in multiple places, so I have information for you on that. So one premier electrical vehicle car in USA is using Cummins engine, and they're trying to work on electric vehicles.
Tesla?
Not Tesla. It's another third-party company. It's not very popular, but they're also working on hydrocarbons, and they're working on an engine where you have almost close to zero emission. So Cummins is spending a lot on R&D for future-proofing their company, because like you, multiple other investors had the same question, which is why their stock hasn't moved much in the past 10 years. In 2012, their PE was around 12, and their current PE is around 14.5 with the current boom in prices.
So nothing much, it has not moved.
Nothing much at all. But during this period, something interesting has happened. So we talked about other companies where they buy back their shares. This company really went nuts on that. So this is how they're showing growth, and so their dividends have increased a lot. And this is how they're showing growth. In the past year alone, they've shrunk the total count of shares by 2.59%.
So they are okay. They are using the free cash flow to buy back shares.
Yeah, 2.59% just in the last year has been bought back. And over the past decade, that is from 2012 to 2022, 25.52%, that is 1/4 of the company's total shares have been bought back.
So they have bought out about 25% of the shares and extinguished it.
Yes.
So they have reduced the pie.
Yes. That means that if you had bought Cummins back when it had 12 PE, your book value has increased by a portion of 1/4.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So that's another point which I wanted to bring up to you, which is that we always look at book value with banks.
Yeah.
But in a company like this, it makes sense to look at
Because he is buying back and reducing the number of shares.
Right.
So you get a larger portion of the slice.
Exactly. And finally, let's get down to the moat, because that's the first question you ask me with any company I bring to you. Does it have a moat?
Yes.
Yes, I personally, you can disagree with me on this, but I think personally, Cummins has a moat, but it's not the type of moat you might see everywhere else. The thing is, they're already so present in terms of their diesel engine and their infrastructure that even if their infrastructure doesn't sell anymore, most of the market share is mostly controlled by Cummins and a few other companies. So even if Cummins doesn't grow, which if it doesn't grow past anymore, still they provide ancillary services to their current sales, and they provide service in terms of parts. They provide solutions. They have multiple other wings. So I think Cummins has a moat in the sense that they already have established their market presence.
So if they come with an electric motor, they'll move faster.
Yes, and they have value chains which they've already built, and they've also have supply chains which most other companies can't compete with.
I think we should take a look at it.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the correction to end.
Yeah.
And then we will again come back. I suggest that you do your own research and wait for the correct time to buy Cummins. Thank you for watching Be Rich. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.